on Dual Destinies. Look at me, I'm a lawyer. In case you missed anything, let's fill your win on this case. A murder made a splash in the headlines, and now it's up to me and Athena to keep Orla's case afloat in court.
Minorca as a defendant? It's patently absurd.
But when we tried to turn the pages on this trial, we suddenly found ourselves in a bind.
It's all in this book.
Can we stand our ground before this case becomes bad literature? Today's chapter of Ace Attorney Dual Destinies starts next.
Because they are cunning and merciless predators that hunt and kill even true whales.
So killer whales really are killers. What terrifying creatures indeed.
I can't bear to hear any more of such rubbish as trusting a killer. Can you, your boldness?
No matter what you say, I will continue to believe. I don't give up that easily, you know.
Dullard, you don't know when to give up, do you? Very well. I shall give you a chance to prove just how determined you are. Witness! Spare no quarter and lay the full truth on them.
But of course, that is what I do after all.
Prosecutor Blackquill, what will you have the witness testify about?
I shall have her testify about what she saw and what she heard.
What she heard?
Very well, Mr. Plume. Please tell the court what you saw and what you heard.
The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt, but when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream.
So the orca displayed the same behavior as during the incident a year ago.
That's right. Those weren't just simple cries. It was singing! As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. It kept headbutting while it sang the Swashbuckler Spectacular song. That's right. It was singing the same song it sang in the aquarium stage show back then. It was singing while it was headbutting. Oh, it was perfectly horrible!
I don't see a single obvious inconsistency in this testimony. It's clear I won't be able to take apart her statements with evidence alone.
Mr. Wright, now would be a good time for me to put my skills to work. It's time to show what analytical psychology can really do.
You seem pretty confident. Let me guess. You noticed a contradiction between the testimony and her emotions.
You bet I did. And once we expose it, we just might be able to crack her. No, scratch that. Naked, we'll definitely be able to.
Then let's give your knowledge of analytical psychology a try.
You got it, boss. A complete analysis of Mr. Bloom's heart coming right up.
Initiating audiovisual reconstruction.
The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream.
And that's the testimony. Okay, Athena, is there any way we can isolate her voice so we can hear the emotions clearly?
I thought you'd never ask.
It was exactly...
All right, awesome. Now keep your eardrums peeled for anything that sounds contradictory.
There, right there, boss. She shouldn't be surprised there.
Okay, here goes nothing. Got it! When we view your emotions alongside your testimony, we find the unexpected emotion... Wait a minute. There really isn't anything strange here.
I don't know, but I think maybe we made a mistake, Mr. Wright.
I think maybe you're right.
Let's take another look. There must be an unexpected emotion here somewhere. Any ideas?
A single damn clue. Wait a minute.
What's up?
No, keep going. Okay, go back.
Why in the world would she be scared of a pirate hat?
Yeah, why would she be surprised at a hat?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right, that is kind of strange. Should I gun for it?
Go.
Alright, I'm gunning for it. Got it! When we view your wait, fuck.
What do you mean, wait, fuck?
I mean, wait, fuck, I think we jumped the gun here. Let's try again.
Okay, before we do that, I think it would be a good idea to run down our emotions real quick.
Yeah, you're right, let's listen again.
So she's surprised at the singing, which makes sense. She starts to get sad right around here. And both emotions carry over to her last sentence.
Okay, so what exactly are we missing here, Athena?
Yeah, boss, I got nothing.
Me neither. Raise her audio again.
I'm on it.
I was calm.
She's not calm at all! Got it! Miss DePlume, Orla really frightened you with her headbutting, didn't she?
Don't be absurd. I certainly was not frightened by the likes of any killer whale.
It must have been something else that scared her then, boss.
However, I do remember being very afraid for some reason while it was doing that.
It sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see?
This is practically turning into a counseling session.
I saw something? I remember now!
Noise level reduced.
Okay, good. Now if you could please tell the court what you saw.
I saw bright red blood. The killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. There was a great cloud of blood! What? Yes, that's it. That's why I was so sure. That's when I knew that killer whale had killed a person for a second time.
Wow, that was a very compelling statement indeed. Looking at this again, there does appear to be something that could be a cloud of blood.
So her terror was a reaction to blood, was it? It would certainly explain what happened yesterday. Please take a look at this blood-stained coin.
Cease and desist at once! What kind of man shows a lady blood?
She doesn't have to get so worked up.
I was badly injured during an interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood. The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities.
This is a bad turn. If Miss DePlume saw blood, then does that mean Orla really did attack the victim?
It would appear that ogres are even more vicious than I am. So, how does it feel to be thoroughly rammed by your own cross-examination, right, Dona?
What do we do now, boss?
That testimony was not at all what I expected to hear.
Wait a minute. There's still some discord left in Miss DePlume's heart.
What? You mean there's more?
Yes, but there's no telling what it is. It could be something even more damaging.
Is there even anything left of our case to damage? Well, whatever it is, we have to face it head on. Athena, you believe in Orla, right? If so, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth.
Yeah, you're right.
I know we can handle the truth whatever it is, so let's delve a little deeper.
You've got it, boss.
The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same. As I approached the pool, the killer whale...
Info update.
After it started headbutting, I saw the awful blood and was terrified.
Info update.
When the pirate hatting victim came floating up, I let out a scream.
And that's the last of it. Everything is updated and ready to go, boss.
Thanks, champ. Context with the blood. That last statement sounds a bit fishy. Got it! Because her fear appears to lessen here at this statement. Miss DePlume, weren't you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him?
My, that's a very good question. I was shaken after witnessing a murder, yes, but then the blood seemed to disappear.
Disappear? And why do you suppose that was?
Simple! It was because of the pirate hat! After the killer whale put the hat on, the cloud of blood disappeared.
Objection! And how exactly does that work?
How should I know? I'm just telling you what I remember, Blue Boy.
Wait a minute. From whom was this blood that Miss DePlume saw actually coming from? Take that! Consider this. Maybe the one who was bleeding wasn't the victim.
I beg your pardon? What kind of ridiculous nonsense is that? There was no one else in that pool besides the victim.
Oh, I wouldn't say there was no one else. It is an orca pool after all.
What? Then where is the alleged injury on the defendant?
I'm not sure, but if simply wearing the pirate hat made the blood disappear, then the blood must have been coming from somewhere on Orla's head.
The orca's hand? What are you prattling on about now?
Please think about it again, Miss DePlume. Think back to what you really saw.
That is... The one who was bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale? I remember now. There wasn't any blood coming from the victim after all.
Info update. Noise level reduced. Analysis complete. Bye-bye.
We did it. Analytical psychology got us what we needed from her.
Thanks a lot, champ. It was starting to get pretty dicey for a while there, though.
Well, this is a surprise. The blood the witness saw was the defendant's, not the victim's.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. And since there was no blood coming from the victim, there's only one thing we can conclude. That what Miss DePlume witnessed was not the moment of murder as she claims.
Objection! I thought you were unarmed, but it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it is far too dull to cut the bone.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I grant that what the witness saw was not the victim's blood, but it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility.
He has a point there.
If you wish to challenge me to a duel, you need a sharper blade than that, right, Dono? I demand evidence that proves the witness did not see the moment of the murder.
There must be something. Think, Phoenix. If I'm correct, then the victim's death occurred. Come on, Phoenix, think about this rationally. Think about the circumstances surrounding the incident. If the victim was alive when Orla started her headbutting, then that would basically make Orla the one who killed him. But since I don't think she did it, then we must be wrong about when it took place. If the victim was already dead when Orla started her headbutting, then that would mean he died sometime before Miss DePlume was watching her. The events Miss DePlume witnessed took place at around 10:10 a.m. We must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10 a.m. Okay, Blackquill said that we only saw part of the footage and missed the aftermath of the incident. Is it possible that we missed something before the incident too? Take that! We've only seen the footage from 10:09 to 10:10 a.m. Which means there's still footage going further back that we need to check. Your Honor, I request that all of the security footage be played for the court.
All of the footage?
Yes, all of the footage. Miss DePlume witnessed the cloud of blood at around 10:10 a.m. But I believe the victim was already dead by the time.
So your assertion is that the murder took place before Mr. Plume arrived?
Exactly. The security camera footage starts at 10 o'clock a.m. when the aquarium opened. And I believe there is vital evidence in the 10 minutes before.
You are quite the gambling man, right, Dono? Are you honestly willing to risk everything on those mere 10 minutes?
I've bet on slimmer chances before, but when he puts it that way...
Hold it! My boss is no coward, Prosecutor Blackquill, so I suggest you get ready to eat humble pie.
Uh-oh, I can't back down now.
Well, if the defense is that confident in its importance, Prosecutor Blackquill, the security footage.
Fulbright.
Roger, I have the rest of the security footage right here. Very well. Please play it for the court.
Please, please have something for me.
This is what it looked like at 10:10 a.m. The witness can be seen here. All right, I'll just back the footage up to the beginning now. It appears Mr. Plume hasn't arrived yet at this point.
Now, to see if I can find something from before this point in time. Is that it?
Yep, that's all the footage there is. Well, Mr. Wright, did you see what you were looking for?
We got nothing.
Well, right, Dono. Those were the 10 minutes you placed your bet on. Did you see anything of significance?
Did I see anything important? I better think about this carefully. In the footage, we see, clearly it's something important, and this is the important thing the footage shows. What do you think it is, Athena?
Why are you asking me?
Well, I mean, this is a team effort here, that's what I trained you for.
Well, I think this skull rock's pretty important, I guess.
Sure?
It's worth a shot.
Alright. Take that!
And what's so vital about that point, Mr. Wright?
Shit. Different things are important to different people. Importance is a subjective thing.
Yes, just as my decision to assign a penalty is a subjective thing.
I'm sorry, boss.
Wait a minute. What if something that should be in the footage isn't there? Please wait, Your Honor. That footage... In the footage we see absolutely nothing. We can see nothing of importance in that footage.
Just as I thought.
You're right about that. That section was completely meaningless. It doesn't show a thing. That's why I didn't submit it as evidence.
Objection! No, it's just the opposite.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Well, to further clarify, in this 10 minutes of footage, something important that should be there isn't there. Detective Fulbright, this footage should have been submitted as evidence.
What? Are you questioning the way I carry out my duty to justice? Mr. Wright, explain yourself, please.
Sure thing, Your Honor.
What is this important thing that you say should be in the footage but isn't?
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Take that!
And what is the problem you perceive if that particular object isn't in the footage?
His name is my name, too, which is exactly why it is a problem, right?
You leave Mr. Schmidt alone. He is a nice lady. I would further like to suggest that your attitude is a problem, Mr. Wright.
My apologies, Your Honor. If the victim was alive, there's something we should see in the footage. I still contend that there's something important that is not in this footage.
If that is your contention, please back it up with evidence.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Are you serious?
Come on, why wouldn't it be him? Take that!
Why? That's why! Because we got another fucking penalty!
Okay, fine, maybe you're right, it isn't him.
Maybe? Maybe?
I think our best bet now is to save...
What? Why? This is a common sense question, boss.
Relax, Athena, it's all right to save. A lawyer who saves is a lawyer who impresses, because that is the mark of a true professional. Take that!
Yeah, wow! What a true professional you are! Okay, I respect you and everything, but if we lose, I'm quitting.
Look, relax, Athena. This is just a minor setback, and all true professionals have gone through minor setbacks before. Now's the time to relax and take a deep breath, Athena. Relax and take solace in the fact that we are not Apollo. Now, let's think carefully about this.
All right.
If Jack was alive, what should we see in the footage?
We should see Jack, obviously.
And where is the captain in this footage?
Nowhere. It's obvious.
So your answer? That right there. That's the mark of a true professional. Good job,
It's
Athena.
not. It's common sense.
Take that! The important thing we should see in the footage is the victim himself, Jack Shipley. I don't know about you, but I didn't see him get in the pool in that footage.
Ah! That's right!
If the victim is not shown entering the pool in this footage, it means he must have been there by the skull rock during those 10 minutes. But no human being can hold their breath underwater for that long.
Wait a minute, are you saying...
When the security camera started up at 10 a.m., the victim was already dead!
What? Order in the court. If that's the case, then when was the victim murdered?
I don't know, Your Honor, but we now know it had to have been sometime before 10 a.m. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client.
But there is no one else who could have killed the victim.
Not necessarily. The defense believes that the true culprit may have been human. And we have evidence to back up our theory as well.
Do you know? I would be very interested in seeing this evidence.
Defense's trump card. That thing we found during our investigation yesterday. I wouldn't go so far as to call it decisive, but... now's the time to play it.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please submit your evidence. What evidence shows that the crime may have been committed by a human?
Here, Your Honor, have this coin for a change! Take that!
Bribery will get you nowhere, Mr. Wright.
No shit, Your Honor. A fake coin used in the aquarium's pirate show. We found it beside the pool. This coin is quite possibly the real murder weapon.
This tiny little coin is the murder weapon?
Yuppity yup.
Mr. Wright, if this is another one of your bluffs, then nobody, nope.
As they say, the bolder the presentation, the less confident the solicitor.
This is no bluff, and this isn't the only coin. There are 300 of these coins altogether, weighing a total of about 7 pounds. This one just happens to have blood on it.
Did you have the blood analyzed to see whose it is?
Not yet, but there were coins scattered all around the body, and the victim had a head wound. Taking these things into account, I believe it has to be the victim's blood. So to put it together, we have about 7 pounds of coins by the side of the pool. One of them with a blood stain on it. I think the answer is pretty clear here. Your Honor! The defense proposes that the victim was killed beside the pool!
The side of the pool? But if the murder took place there, it would be difficult to say the orca did it.
I realize you are trying to defend your client, but that theory is preposterous! How could 300 coins possibly be made to hit someone all at once?
It'd be pretty easy if they were in a bag or something of that nature.
And so where is this bag the coins were in?
Well, unfortunately, Your Honor, we recovered nothing of the sort from the scene. It's possible the culprit took it with him.
They took it?
Yes, the true culprit used the coins as a blunt instrument to commit murder. They then threw the body into the pool before the security cameras started up. And Then they left, taking the bag the coins are in with them. They got rid of the evidence that points to a human culprit to pin the blame on Orla. Don't you see those bastards set the whale up?
That was brilliant, Mr. Wright. You found a way to introduce the possibility of a human perpetrator.
That was the idea, champ. Let's hope my luck holds out. I wonder why Prosecutor Blackquill hasn't said anything.
The possibility of a perpetrator other than the defendant has now been suggested. But if we hold this possibility to be true, then what did Miss DePlume witness?
That's right! I saw the killer whale attack the victim! Just like it did a year ago, singing a song!
I guess there still is that. Even with somebody else as the culprit, Orla's behavior still seems pretty bizarre. I wonder why she was doing the same thing she did a year ago.
Are they really that bizarre?
What do you mean?
To explain the inexplicable, all we have to do is turn our thinking around.
Turn our thinking around, huh? Sounds good to me.
Time to do what I do best. Pull things out of my ass. Instead of trying to figure out why Orla did the same thing she did a year ago, I should consider the results that were produced by her behavior this time around. Orla sang a song, did some headbutts, and bit the victim. If the real culprit wanted to shift suspicion onto Orla, then they would have needed to give people a reason to think Orla did it in the first place.
Mr. Wright, as her lawyer, how do you explain your client's actions?
I believe we should think of it this way, Your Honor. What kind of effect did Orla's actions have on the case?
Very well. Then why don't you explain it for the court? How did the defendant's actions affect the case?
Orla was set up from the start. Miss DePlume focused her attention on the orca pool because she heard the song. The orca's act of singing a song created a witness.
Created a witness?
Yup, created a witness. Isn't it possible that fabricating a witness was the real culprit's true intention? After all, Miss DePlume witnessed two things. She saw Orla headbutt something over and over, and she saw the orca bite the victim. Those two actions of Orla's might have been the real killer's plot to make the witness think the orca was attacking the victim.
Are you saying that the defendant was being manipulated by the true perpetrator?
That's what I just said, Your Honor! Exactly! That would explain Orla's actions perfectly.
But the defendant is an orca. Is it even possible to manipulate her?
Of course, there is a way to manipulate Orla's behavior. With this! Come on, Athena, give me the whistle.
No.
Give me the whistle! Take that!
Is this a whistle?
Yes, Your Honor. Trainers at the aquarium use whistles to issue commands to Orla. But in truth, anyone can do it, even you, provided that they know the signals.
Ah, that must be how they got Orla to do tricks for their pirate shows.
The true culprit hid the body in a spot that couldn't be seen from the visitor's corridor. Then, when Miss DePlume appeared, they gave Orla the commands. In other words, Orla was manipulated by the culprit to perform a series of tricks.
What?
And as for you, Miss DePlume, you were manipulated by the true culprit to play the part of the witness!
Let's start project.